goes the family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys are having a great day. Today's rant, I'll just be basically talking about how certain things can actually destroy one's creativity. Um, a lot of times, people wonder why a lot of artists on many levels, or people who actually draw canvases, people who make music, people who create blogs and whatnot, because even their blogs and vlogs and things of that nature, because those are artists as well nowadays, because a lot of creativity goes into those specific things. But anyways, a lot of people that are graphics artists, designers, things of that nature, um, the point is, at the end of the day, is that a lot of times your creativity can be destroyed if you're trying to um, could try to hang out and connect with people that have nothing to do with your light, your shine, your flow, your creativity, where you're at in life now and where you're trying to go tomorrow, and things of that nature. So, a lot of times, I remember the one actress slash former MTV host Lala. She said that people have a season in your life, and a lot of times, you wish them the best in life. There's no hard feelings, but if you're going someplace and they're not on board with where you're trying to go, or even where you're at mentally, physically, and spiritually, then a lot of times you just have to cut them off and whatnot. Saying, and this is no sly of anybody who has cancer and that's going through it, but you don't treat a cancer, you cut it out. And that's the best way to approach a lot of people in your life, especially people with a lot of toxicity in their mind frame. People don't realize it, and for me, people's toxicity is if every conversation ends with something negative and negative and negative and in nature, negative and sad, and you, like I said, you don't need my help in that regards. You talk to the media, you talk to CNN and Fox News and CSN, NBC, and they will give you the fear mongering like you never believe, regardless of who's in the White House, State House, or the mayor's house. So, but there's a lot of people that are like that too. They're always talking about something sad or what's crazy. And I always my approach to people now is, well, what good do you have to talk about right now? Because your negativity is kind of draining my creativity that I'm trying to put out to the atmosphere and whatnot. It's like I said, if you wanted to go somewhere else with all that nonsense when it comes to only wanted to talk about the negativity in life, and I know life isn't always positive, I get that, but to be a creative and whatnot, you have to be able to take the bad and mold it into something good. Always look for the positivities in this life and whatnot. Because if you don't, then life can be very, very sad and very unpredictable. And a lot for some people, because unfortunately with this pandemic, a lot of the suicide, depression rates have gone up, but unfortunately a lot of suicide rates have gone up, and I don't wish that on anybody. Depression, suicide, suicidal thoughts and things of that nature. And if you are going through that, definitely do your best to try to see if you can find some sort of help and some sort of consultations on some levels. Hopefully your state or local area has programs if you can't afford therapy, because I think it can be any sort of therapy that's legal can be very helpful for you from a mental perspective. And it even might even get you a place where you're trying to be more healthy and take care of yourself, So especially if you have a family, you want to be able to be around for them as long as possible, as long as physically possible, and mentally, got to be there. The mental is one of the most important things at the same time as well. But if somebody's always got something negative to say about what you're trying to do, I remember back in my early 20s. I don't know if I ever told this story, but it was my quote unquote first real job. And I remember a gentleman who probably smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. I won't mention his name. Hopefully he's still alive, because he definitely had the worst health diet back then. This was back in 2005. And I made the mistake of telling him my goals. I think I said this story before, but I'll say it again. I made the mistake of telling him the goals and aspirations I had back then. I don't remember, because it was my early 20s. But I remember the exact words he said: "You couldn't possibly do that." And I did it. And I threw it in his face that I did it. And I was like, you know what? I told him afterwards, I was like, I'll never make the mistake of telling you anything good or positive I have going on in my life, because it's clearly you're a miserable person. You're kind of retired. There's 2 types of retired people in this life. There's retired people because they're up in age, and they can't work for anybody else, or they don't want to work for anyone else. They just want to sit at home and binge on Netflix and social media all day. There's nothing wrong with that. Then there's a second kind of retired people that I'm starting to notice, and people that are in their careers and in their homes, and they're not going anywhere. Like, they're straight up, um, this is the county and the state that they're living in. This is the country that they're living in. They're not trying to go anywhere. They're not trying to see anything else. They're not trying to explore anything. They don't want to connect with anybody. They are straight up retired. Thanks for the love. Blessings, mine. And I don't have a problem with people that are like that, but I don't like being around people that are mentally retired, and I've seen it in people on all ages, all over the country, and that's fine, but that doesn't do anything to uplift me, because I like to be around people that have good energy so we can uplift each other, because that you need that more than anything else. My mother calls it fellowship. And everybody, regardless of your beliefs, non-beliefs, whatever, because you're entitled to what you believe in and what you don't believe in, fellowship is needed on all levels. No person is ever supposed to be an island to themselves. It's not worth it. It's not feasible. And it's a great example. You have people like a Richard Branson who owns his own island. You have an Elon Musk who owns his own. I'm sure he owns his own island. Jay Prince, who used to be the CEO of Rap A Lot Record, he actually owns his own 2 islands off the coast of Belize and whatnot. But he constantly has people around him, because he says the great people, whether it's family, whether it's friends, co-workers, business partners, he says that good energy that he likes to have around him makes him want to continuously do what he's doing now. Because he's retired in a sense, but he's not retired, because what he's doing in life now, he loves doing. That's the difference. Some people can retire early, but they still work very hard because they love what they actually do. So anyway, that's my little rant today. Do your best to keep the people who are not positive and not creative around you, because it's an easy way to fall into a trap of just being mentally drained, mentally retired, and in certain situations people can become mentally expired, and I've seen that in the DMV area, and I'm sure it's true across the world on that one. So do the great 3 free things, family. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, and as I always say, make money move, so you're gonna live bro like a fool. Take care.